Ooh, what's up, people? It's your boy Choco Pie, man. Man, I must really be lonely, man. I have a certain topic for this video that I'm making. So before anything else, I don't want to edit too much. So let me try my best to change the title and stuff. All right, here we go, people. Okay. I made this YouTube channel of mine to help people, man. Try to make people feel like they're not alone, you know. I might edit this video from the beginning, but right now we're going to the doctor, just being transparent. Your boy's been on medication for about 2 years on and off. I came out of rehab in January, and I went into rehab because I was on very low dose of Xanax. Very low dose. Not the doses that your boy used to get arrested for in a high school area to my 20s, okay? And before that, your boy was, you could blame it on stress of life or whatever, but I was taking online pharmacy, ordering research chemicals. I'm not gonna tell you what names they are. Don't do it. I'm telling you right now, they're a lot stronger than what the doctor's office gives you. They will screw you over. Right now, I can't even drink anymore without feeling the normal buzz and the comfort that most people feel when they drink alcohol. So in a sense, it's good because I don't drink alcohol, right? But in a sense, it's not that great. Now, I went in, I remember last year around this time, I was praying, man. And don't worry, this is not gonna be no Christian mumbo jumbo. I'm just gonna tell you how it was, man. I prayed about going to rehab, but I had a business to take care of, and our business was in such a bad place, man. I didn't feel like I could do anything about it. But then some situations happened. Like I said, I'm not gonna try to bring the Christian into it. Some situations happened where I was blessed enough to get into rehab in January, right when my birthday was. I was in the rehab center on my birthday. And I know some people have been in jail on their birthdays, so the rehab was nice, all right? I left early, and I went in there because I couldn't stop the Suboxone and Xanax on my own, and I was too scared to. So when I went in there, I was able to stop. And then when I came out, I had about 70, I made a journal. I had about 70 days clean. Maybe a little bit more than 70, closer to 80 days. This is not a video trying to scare any of you guys, okay? If you're on fentanyl and stuff like that, trust me, you should get on. Morrison, what's up, buddy? Sorry, I'm not gonna read too many of the text if anyone comes in. I just wanted to say this to help people. If you're on fentanyl and stuff, man, 100% I tell you, get on Suboxone, man. Because you're only risking, by the time you're unfunctional on Suboxone. I mean, on fentanyl and heroin, okay? But I came out of rehab. 70 days, I was hanging in there, man, going to AA meetings, praying to God, doing everything in my power and God's power. And some days, man, I promise you, my higher power, which is Jesus, he saved me, man, and I didn't relapse. And then, you know, of course, 70 days, I still had withdrawals. Now, the pause, that's what you call post-acute withdrawals. If you've ever been an addict, you know that term. You go through it. And there's other things involved called kindling. Kindling is a dangerous and sucky part of people that are addicts. What kindling is when you've gone through withdrawals, when you've abused drugs or alcohol, you've gone through withdrawals, the next time you get addicted again, the withdrawals come on faster and sooner. Even when you take less of the amount of drugs, and you could feel even worse than you did, even if you took less and got addicted trying to come off of things, okay? Now, a lot of people can't just cut down dosages. We're addicts. It's hard for us. So that's why I went into rehab. Now, when I came out, like I said, 70 days, the mental first anxiety and stuff, the panic attacks, yes, they come. The rehab actually helped out a lot. It was a blessing. And then what happened was it was just me. But I was so tired. And I don't, and this is where I gotta be completely honest. I don't know if it was because for 6 months I was on a very low 0.5 dose of Xanax. And this is not the fast release, this is the extended release, so it doesn't make you go crazy and that kind. I was a functionally normal human. I just was depressed and wanted to get off this crap. And Suboxone. Now, I can't tell you if it was the benzos or the Suboxone, or I think it was both. But 70 days and I still had fatigue, man. And you know, you can't just like, you just can't stop life, right? Life keeps going on. You got businesses to do. You got work to go to. If you have children, you got to take care of your children. You just can't pause your life. And I literally could not move for the life of me. My mental state was getting better, but there was still a lot of depression because I couldn't have any energy to do anything. So then I relapsed, like so many of us addicts do from time to time. And during this year, which was one of the most stressful years of my life, again, I went back to the doctor. I told him, please, I need to get back on it, because I was going to the smoke shops and got back on this stupid thing. I'm not going to mention. It's all around these days, just like alcohol's legal, but it's straight the devil, man. You know, I don't even want to explain what it is, but what Suboxone is worse than that. But I got back on Suboxone because at least in my mind I was thinking, well, at least if it's the doctor's medication again, at least everyone else won't judge me and think I'm crazy. Say, what's up, brother? How you doing, Jawad? At least people wouldn't think I was crazy. And it's okay. People don't. But the thing is, I know I'm not sober. I might be normal, but I am at a point where I have to take the medication just to be normal. And I am so scared to dose down because of the pain and the mental depression and the anxiety, the agitation, the physical withdrawals, man. And that's where the warning comes in. I'm telling you, people, if you get on Suboxone, get off that garbage as soon as possible, man. I'll say, oh, it's all right, brother. And so everybody goes through their struggles. I appreciate the sympathy, man. It's hell, man. You know, Suboxone is different from fentanyl and heroin. Now, heroin, your boy used to be a junkie in high school. I never shoot up needles after my high school ages. Now, there was ups and down times throughout my 20s where I made mistakes, but I never was a real junkie again, okay? Praise the Lord for that one. But the thing is, heroin, these things like that, fentanyl, if you're about a month or so clean, now, your boy never touched fentanyl except for once, and he almost OD'd, and that was by mistake. I was never addicted to fentanyl. I'm telling you, you will be fine after about a month or way less. So don't make me let you get scared. I'm telling you, when I withdrew from heroin and stuff when I was a young boy, trust me, in less than a week, I was back to myself. The only thing was, it's the mental addiction is still there, and you gotta fight that. It says, I've done so much research off Google, off Reddit, many years of my life, man, trying to figure out how to beat addiction. And the main thing is, you gotta stay clean, man. You gotta fight through the pains. But the thing is, I understand when you relapse. Trust me, part of recovery, anybody that goes to AA, NA will tell you, part of recovery is a relapse, man. You're gonna relapse. It happens to everyone. But what I was saying about heroin and fentanyl and even cocaine is, you're off after about a week of grueling hell and thinking you're gonna die, you will be back. About Suboxone is, and how dangerous it is it's insidious, man. It doesn't make you crazy high. It doesn't make you that erratic. But when you want to get off it, it stays in your system so long. And the pause and the withdrawals, I'm talking about months. Now, that's not to scare anybody on it right now. Like myself, you can get off it. I got off it. It's just for me, I think over the years, I've abused my body. And there's that word again, kindling. I've went through more than 30 withdrawals in my life. I'm talking about hardcore withdrawals, crying, couldn't even go to the store to get milk kind of withdrawals, man. And every time your body goes through that, your brain, your physical body remembers it. It's like riding a bike, but in the worst way possible, man. You will feel the pain, and it gets worse as you get older, because your body it can't fight as tough as you can when you were young. So those of you guys that are young and going through it, go out to the other side and shout victory and never go back. But like I said, Suboxone's withdrawals last a long time, and that's why it's so insidious. And the other drug that I took that's illegal from smoke shops, you see it all around. Like I said, I'm not going to mention it. That also is insidious. It's like a coffee and a hydrocodone all in one. And the thing is, that also lasts months, man. I'm talking about months of mental anxiety, fatigue. But when I was younger and got off it, there's been a lot of times I've been sober throughout my young life, okay? Sprees of sobriety. I felt like myself again after a month or two. Now, it takes a lot longer for your boy, man. And that's where I'm trying to warn you. There's a lot of good doctors out there, but you know, even when I went to an addiction clinic themselves, they say, hey, man, we want to put you on 8 milligrams of Suboxone. Are you out of your mind? Do you understand how strong that is? It is too much for you. And they try to, you know, they have sympathy. I don't blame the doctors. But some of them, they don't even know. And they try to put you on this high dosage. Now, they have a reason for it. They don't want you to relapse and go back to fentanyl and stuff. And for godly, please, if it's fentanyl or Suboxone, 1,000% of the way, baby. But some of the dosage might be way too high for you. So don't just go with, a lot of people say, go with the doctor's recommendation. I see it on Reddit all the time. Well, fuck you, man. Honestly, not F you. But what I'm saying is, dude, doctors are like us humans. And most doctors are not addicts. So they just read what they read online. Your body, you will know how much you should be taking. And 8 milligrams for anybody that's coming off of heroin, it might be the right dosage or it might be way too high. Some people are on 16 milligrams. I started off on 2 milligrams of Suboxone and I was on it for 6 months and it was okay with me. Now, your boy's on about 6.5 to 8 milligrams of Suboxone. Now I feel normal. I can function. But this is after I relapsed again. Now I'm on a higher dose. And it's terrible, my friends. It's terrible. It's not the fact that I'm crazy. I'm normal. I talk to my wife. I tell my parents. Like I said, I speak normally. I'm me, okay? I can laugh with my friends. But the thing is, deep down, when I'm alone, I think, dang, I'm still an addict. Like, there's these anxiety moments, you know, in your head. And you're like, I can't even go on a trip. I can't do these things. Like, what if the pharmacy's closed? What if my dosage runs out? See, these anxieties. So even though if you're normal, you're still abnormal because this pill might be making you like who you used to be, but you're not completely whole, man. You're missing a part of you that you used to be. And not a lot of people can get off this stuff, man. Some people I know that's been on there for the rest of their lives because it's like their choice was, well, I guess it's better to be on this than to be a junkie or lose my job and stuff. So I understand that. If that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. For me, I want to be off this garbage. I want to be done. I'm tired. And like I said, I wasn't going to bring no Christian mumbo jumbo into this, but I felt when I prayed that God said he's going to release me this upcoming year. And I'm going to believe it. You got to have some faith, right? Go to any AA meeting and stuff when you try to get sober. There is always people that tell you, you got to believe in something. Because if you believe in nothing, if you're a true addict, you ain't going to get sober, homie. I'm going to tell you right now, you ain't. Yeah, that's about it. I know I rambled a little bit and went into circles, but I didn't make this stupid YouTube thing to make money. I made it so I could express myself and hopefully help some people out. I'm definitely not the only one. And at this day and age, I know you, if you are not an addict yourself, there is somebody in your family lineage or somebody, a friend of yours that you know that's a complete addict like me. And they might be a functional addict like I am right now. And my dad, he's an alcoholic. He's a functional alcoholic. Could take care of business stuff. The thing about me, though, is sooner or later, the functionality goes out the window and I ruin everything. Depression comes over me, anxiety. It seems like genetically also. It comes down from your father to your father, you know, from your mother's genetics, like this addiction gene or chromosome or whatever science said there is. It gets worse as it gets passed down to generations. we get weaker, you know. So when you have a chance, and when your higher power, or if Jesus, or however you find sobriety, you find it, fight for it like you fight in life and death, man. Because I'm telling you, I already have so many homeboys around me where I live that already died. Family members OD'd off fentanyl. People just dying left to right. People becoming homeless at my age or older, losing businesses. The only reason my business is still standing is because the good Lord above has protected it. It has nothing to do with how smart I am. Addiction can come to anybody, man. People have become addicted because they go to the doctor and they break their back, and they might not have touched the pill in their whole entire life, and all of a sudden they're pill poppers, man. I'm telling you, it's dangerous, it's insidious. Just be careful, you know. That was the only reason I wanted to make this little vlog right here, and I'm gonna cut it off there, man. But for everybody else, just be careful out there, stay safe. Just know there's always someone looking after you, man. And if it's not a person, it's someone up in the sky. He definitely looking out. So be blessed and take care of yourselves, man. I know it's not my normal videos of happy-go-lucky, but I told you I keep it 100, and I'm gonna keep it real right now. So y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see y'all later, man.